How's it going, guys? My name is Jakefog and welcome back to episode number 12 of my Football Manager 2020 journey here today with Leeds United. And today it's a pretty big one. We are back in the Premier League. If you have missed any of the previous episodes or you are new to the series, first of all, welcome. But anyway, in the last episode of the series, we did actually get promoted as champions. We were already promoted, I think, in the episode before that, but we did end up winning the championship. We finished with 100 points. And today marks our return to the Premier League after, I believe, 16 years. And while we all know what a new season means, it means new transfers, and I'm going to run you through them. It's been a tough summer, I think it's safe to say. So I have only actually signed 3 players myself. Helder Costa, who is on the screen right now, you'll all know him very well. He is currently at Leeds United on loan. He has a transfer agreed in the game, £15 million. Fortunately, that is already prepaid in the game, so as soon as we hit the new season, £15 million did not get taken out of our transfer budget, which I was relatively pleased with. So Helder Costa, the first permanent signing. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that he's a star player on 35k a week, but there was nothing I could do about it. It was all previously agreed. Then the first of 2 loan signings, both at centre-back. We've got Eric Garcia in on loan from Manchester City. Very, very nice player, very well-rounded, very, very good ball-playing defender. I think he will slot in very, very nicely. Obviously, Ben White, I did have a look at signing him back. Brighton wanted about 40 million for him, and my entire budget was 41 million, so that was not going to be happening. So I went for Eric Garcia on loan, and I think it's a decent little pickup. And the second of the loan signings, yet again, another centre-back, Ethan Ampadu, on loan from Chelsea. Again, I don't have enough centre-backs, and I just needed another decent player that could at least come in as cover or at least be starting, and that player is going to be Ethan Ampadu, 7.5k a week, 3-star current ability with 5-star potential, so a decent little player, and obviously he can play a little bit further forward. A big thing about him is he can play in that holding midfield role, so if Calvin Phillips cannot play, Ampadu can slot in very, very easily there. He's got some excellent attributes for it, so again, I think that's a decent little pickup on loan. And so far, my only permanent transfer, and yes, that's right, Alphonso Davies. Not really sure how, but I've got him for 13 million. One of the main positions I wanted to improve was this left wing back area. I've got a Barry Douglas who is decent, but he's getting on a little bit. And I just really needed someone who was going to come in and be a very, very solid player. And that player just happened to be Alphonso Davies, star player, 40k a week. But very, very good, obviously. Well, he was a wonder kid. Apparently, he's just a fullback now, according to media description. But 3.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. The only thing that I do not like about him is I could not get this £35 million minimum fee release clause out. I mean, if I do end up selling him on, that is a 20 million profit, but hopefully, potentially negotiate his contract further down the line if he does well, and I can get rid of that minimum fee release clause, or at least up it. Not too bothered about the relegation fee release clause, but that is actually so far all the business that I've done. Marcel Lavinia, that was my director of football, signed him for the under-23. He's not a bad little right-back, actually. Could potentially come in or right wing-back if needed, but he's not really anywhere near Premier League quality. Maybe someone to give some games in the Cup. In terms of the outs, De Bock has gone out on loan. A lot of his wages are being paid, and I think Hibernian have a loan option. After 20 matches played, they've 1.56 million. I just wanted rid of him. He's on nearly 20k a week, and he just needed to go. Another player out on loan, Rafa Mayuka, decent little player actually. He's gone on loan to Wigan, who are in the Championship. So hopefully he'll get plenty of game time. He actually has got a decent potential, 4.5-star potential, but just not quite good enough to get into our first team. Now, on the outs, J. Roy Grott was out on loan last season. I managed to get 5 million for him. Very, very surprised at that. He was nowhere. He wasn't in my plans at all, and he is gone. Connor Shaughnessy, the other sale, 350k I think I got for him. Not good enough. Didn't want him. Put him on the transfer list, and he went. And then another player that left on a transfer was Usain Boy. Never played for me. Went out on loan at Ipswich last season. Played 9 games. He's not very good. A few other players, Bryce Hosanna, Theo Hudson, Mierzek, all left on a free. And Robbie Gotts has gone out on loan to Sheffield Wednesday. He was a player that I would have liked to keep around, but I just wasn't going to be able to offer him the first team football that he needed. So I moved to Sheffield Wednesday. Made a lot of sense. He's a squad player in the Championship, so hopefully he'll get some appearances under his belt. And there is another transfer that is currently going on, and it is, where is he? Where is he? Galeno. A very, very decent winger. I mean, he's got some very nice attributes. I've got a bid on him for 9.25 million. Contract and everything has been agreed. So 9.25 million, but unfortunately he didn't get a work permit, so I've appealed it. I'm not 100% sure if he's going to get it. We've put decent money in for him, and he's going to be getting a decent wage. It's around £31,000, I think. So hopefully that will be enough to actually get him that work permit on the points-based system. But I've had so many transfers fall through from work permits. I've had so many transfers where I've been so close to signing someone and then someone's taken it from under my nose. Jared Bowen was a player that I wanted to get in, but he ended up going to Watford because he wanted about 60k a week. So it's just been a pretty stressful transfer window all in all. But hopefully, I mean, the transfer window, as you can see, it is still open. It's open until, I think, September now. They've changed the rule back, so it does close in September. So I've still got nearly a month to pick up players. So hopefully, there'll definitely be some more signings coming in. I've still got a decent chunk of money left. I think I've still got 32 million. So if I get this winger for 9 million, I'll still have 23 million or so. But I was relatively happy with my squads. As you can see, not much has changed. Players like Bogus, Shackleton, McCalmont in midfield, I think have got a lot of room to develop, and they could go on to be absolute superstars. Montagno is a player that I'm going to give some more minutes in the first team. So I'm pretty happy with my squad that came up 100 points in the Championship. I think anyone that does that has a decent chance of staying up in the Premier League, and for me it is all about survival this year. I can use this year to kind of put together a decent little scouting network, find plenty of players, and then I can look to bring players in later down the line, potentially January next season. But I think I didn't come into this with much of a plan. I mean, 40 million, it sounds like a lot, but in the Premier League it really is not enough, and no one really wants to buy any of my players. I've been trying to sell Alioski, and who was the other one? I can't even see him on the screen. Adam Forshaw. I've been trying to shift both of them on. No one's biting on him. So yeah, it's been a tough transfer window, but as long as we can survive, I'll be very, very happy with the season. Potentially some decent signings coming in January, as I'm going to scout around. I like to sign young players, so that's going to be my goal. But anyway, enough of the chat today. We've got our first game of the season. It's actually against Middlesbrough. Now, Middlesbrough did come up via the playoffs, so an opponent from last year. So it will be interesting to see how we get on, obviously, now in the Premier League. But I'll just have a quick sort through this side and then settle on a starting lineup, and then I will be back. So I'm actually going to go with a team pretty similar to what my assistant manager suggested. I've just put Roberts in instead of Bamford. I'm not a huge Bamford fan. And Roberts proved last season that he can actually score goals. So the lineup for today's game is going to be Casilla in goal, Ampadu and Cooper at centre-back, because Garcia is actually on international duty. He's at the Olympics, but he will be back, I think, tomorrow. And I've got Phillips just in front of him, Dallas at right wing-back, Davis, Alphonso Davis, that's not Leaf Davis, at left wing-back, McCalmont and Bogus in the middle, Costa out on the left, Pablo out on the right, with Roberts leading the line on his own. So let's just get into this. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not sure what kind of signings my Middlesbrough have made. Anyone new? I've got this guy's new. He's okay. Ramsalah, he's new. He's okay. He's not fantastic. Manu, he's okay. He's a winger, and then Antov, he's not bad. I mean, these aren't bad signings, but I just think that we do still have the stronger team, so it'll be interesting to see how we do. I'm going to leave Phillips in that half-back role because of this front three that they have got. But anyway, let's get ourselves into the dressing room. Let's give the fans something to cheer today. They weren't particularly motivated by that. And then I'll just tell them I've got faith in them. Go out there and make a difference. Don't care about that. Let's see how we can start off in our first game back in the Premier League. We couldn't have asked for a much better game to start things off. A fellow team, the team that got promoted via the playoffs, I think that is pretty much as at home is pretty much as good as it can get for your first game of the season. And Davies looking to make an instant impact in the 12th minute. Plays it inside to Helder Costa. Plays across Pablo Hernandez at the back post, and he finds the back of the net. Pablo Hernandez, he's getting on a little bit. He is declining. But as they say, form is temporary, class is permanent, and he is an absolutely quality player. He may not have the legs, but his technical ability is absolutely fantastic. I mean, not that you need much technical ability to score a pretty much free header into an almost open goal, But yeah, Pablo Hernandez scoring our first goal back in the Premier League. There's another highlight here. Dallas out on this right-hand side. Plays it across to his new wing-back counterpart, Alphonso Davies. Gets past his man, goes for the near post, and it is wide. But so far, very, very happy with what I have seen. Everything is looking pretty promising so far. We've been the better side, sticking true to our tactic that we used last season. The Bielsa ball, as I have called it. Roberts plays through Hernandez. Shot is blocked and it's cleared by Miazga. I don't know. Right, not long before half-time now. Free kick is whipped in and Dale Fry rises above our defence and heads it into the back of the net. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That is not ideal. That is not what we like to see. Oh, he just out-jumped. Who did he out-jump there? Who are you? No, not Hernandez. I can't see who he out-jumped, but made it far too easy for him, and Middlesbrough hit back just before the break. You can see we've been the better side. I'm just not happy with your performance out there. Come on, boys. We saw last season how good we were against Premier League sides when we played against them in the Cups. We beat a fair few Premier League sides, so I'm just hoping that team that I saw last season against the Premier League sides can come out again. But so far, it's not been fantastic, as there is. I was about to make a change, but there is actually a highlight. Ampadu to Phillips, plays it over the top to Dallas. Can he beat his man? He gets the ball in. Alfie McCallum, Helder Costa. Oh, it's hit the post. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And Hernandez is not looking particularly fit. I'm actually going to get Jordan Stevens on, and I'm going to get Jamie Shackleton on as that box-to-box midfielder. I'm going to give him a little shout, demand more. Oh, we've been the better side here. I mean, as long as I avoid defeat in my first game of the season, I'll be fairly happy, but I would like to win. I've brought Montanu for these last 10 minutes. Can the young Romanian grab himself a goal? The free kick, is it? Oh, how has that not gone in? Oh, Alfie McCallum, he was offside anyway. As we tick over into injury time. And there is a highlight. Helder Costa, Liam Cooper. What on earth has happened there? He's handled the ball. Oh, he's been sent off as well. Oh, my God. What has happened? Oh, Phillips getting centre back. McCallum on. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, Cooper's just been sent off for a handball. As Montanu is on the ball here. Is this just a highlight from nothing? Stevens, Dallas. Hello. Get the ball in. Go on. Go on. Plenty of... Oh, Dallas was offside. And that brings an end to our first game of the season. And, well, we played well, but we just could not score. I mean, I'm happy with how we played, definitely. That is very, very promising. If we play like that every single game, we will be absolutely fine. But it doesn't get much easier than Middlesbrough at home. No disrespect to Middlesbrough, but they were promoted through the playoffs last season, like I've said a few times already in this video. And that is a team that really we do need to be beating. Oh, well. Oh, well, oh, well. I'm going to say I'm not happy with the performance out there. Well, that is only going to be the only game that I am going to play in this episode. You can see we've not got the worst start to the season. We've got Norwich, Bournemouth, Leicester, Wolves, and then here we've got a tough little run. We've got Chelsea, Tottenham, and City, Liverpool, all in a very, very, very short period of time. So I'll probably come back around here, around the Chelsea game. I'm not 100% sure. I will see. But anyway, that is where I'm going to finish off today's episode. Hopefully by the time I come back, I will have some more signings and hopefully a slightly better team. But anyway, as always, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, please do be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I'll catch you in the next episode.